The Sabres suffered another loss at the hands of the Anaheim Ducks 2-0 at home on ESPN+. The main story of the game was Travis Zegras' sick goal. A lot of people thought he was doing the Michigan. I personally thought that too. He scooped the puck up on his stick and just tossed it out in front of the net, from behind the net, as I should mention. And Milano just easily tapped it in. If you haven't seen the goal yet, you need to go see it. It's a goal of the year candidate. It might be better than Connor McDavid's individual goal just against the Winnipeg Jets, where he went against 4 defenders and still beat the goalie. He's one of the most talented players on that Ducks roster. He probably is the most talented, and he's now tied for first in points for rookies with Lucas Raymond of the Detroit Red Wings with 22 points. Nobody on our team is even close to 22 points. The closest person, I believe, is Oposo, who's 6 points away from that. Zegras was mentioned in many rumors for Jack Eichel. I'm sure the Ducks are happy they didn't trade for Jack Eichel, especially after seeing Zegras' progression throughout this year in his first year. He's already a starting center, and as a rookie, that's crazy, especially on a team now that's very successful. Being a starting center as a rookie, he'll probably win Rookie of the Year, in my opinion. He's the most talented rookie. And then, on the Sabres end of things, last night was UPL's first game of the season. He played 4 the previous year, went 1-3, with his only win coming against the Boston Bruins. However, UPL played a very solid game after coming off a very mediocre season in the AHL, where he was allowing, I believe, above 4 goals a game. But he came in here, the defense for the Sabres suddenly tightened up. They seemed like they wanted to play for UPL. And UPL made a couple of great saves. There's one point blank, I forgot who shot it, that he robbed somebody. And then he also robbed a Travis Zegras massive slap shot. He looked very composed. I think he'll definitely get another shot, especially because the Amherst continue to be in COVID shutdown, which has lasted a week. And also, Craig Anderson is still month to month, although he is skating on his own. Same for Subban, he's skating on his own. Who knows when he'll be back. Dustin Tokarski is in COVID protocols. He could be back in 2 weeks. He could be back tomorrow. There's a lot of things that are going wrong for the Sabres in goal, but I think UPL will stay, especially considering Aaron Dell is not the best option for this team moving forward. And in terms of the game last night, the Sabres outshot the Ducks 25-23. However, after 2 periods, the Sabres were being outshot 16-10, and they had no business winning the game at that point. But in the third period, they really stepped it up, although the Ducks did start playing very defensive. The Sabres had 2 power play opportunities in the third, couldn't convert on any of them. They wasted about 30 seconds on each just trying to enter the zone for the first portion of that power play. A couple of grade A opportunities, including Victor Olofsson slap shot, and Will Butcher had about 2 or 3 chances to net a goal, in which he just hit the back. He wasn't even close. He's not very good offensively, but not even putting that shot on goal it's a huge problem. The Sabres were once again low in hit numbers with only 9 hits, while the Ducks had 14. The Sabres aren't the most physical team, but at some point they need to start lighting a fire under them. The only one I see who seems like he's always putting his body out there is Dylan Cousins. I think this kid is a future captain of the Sabres. He's a huge part of this team moving forward. I believe in his rookie year he got into a couple of fights. He embodies the heart of this team. He wants to lead this team. He wants to set the tone. He's not producing great numbers offensively, but the way he leads, the way he creates chances, it's only a matter of time before he steps into that center 1 role. The Sabres had a solid night at the face-off dot, considering how bad they've been. They won 49% of the face-offs, And I think with UPL, and it seemed like they were just more motivated. That could have been it, because there's been nights where they're winning like 33% of faceoffs and always chasing the puck. It seemed it was different today or last night. And then the also a big stat here was the block shots from Anaheim. The Sabres attempted 50 shots. 24 of those were blocked by Anaheim. This team is willing to give their body up, and I think the Sabres just didn't have it last night, at least offensively, shooting the puck. But to have 24 block shots is incredible on the Ducks side, but it's just, you can't have that happen as the Sabres. You have to get pucks on net. Anthony Stolarz had to save 11 high danger scoring chances, so this shutout was well earned by him. The Ducks defense definitely was a help to him, and all in all, I thought it was a pretty solid game from the Sabres. Defensively, they definitely shored some things up, but offensively, they just couldn't get it going, especially with playing such a stout defensive team in the Ducks. UPL, I think we're going to see a lot more of him coming up because of the current goalie situation, and he had a very good game given the recent struggles of the Sabres. The Sabres now are still third last in the Eastern Division. I'd expect them to keep falling, especially with Ottawa and Montreal at the bottom. The Ottawa is, I think, a bit better than us, and Montreal, they should be ahead of us, especially given their cup run last year. And then for the Ducks, they're now second in the Pacific, right behind Calgary and ahead of Edmonton. They're definitely overachieving at the moment. I don't think we're going to see a drop-off, especially because of how Zegras is performing as a number one center. The Sabres will now be playing the New York Rangers as they come to town. Last time we played them, we lost 5-4 at Madison Square Garden when Ryan Lindgren scored with 0.2 seconds left. That's going to be a big game for the Sabres. You got to get right, and it's always a big game when you have the Rangers coming into town. Huge team, New York City. At the Garden, I felt like they played very inspired hockey. They wanted to show New York City this is the best team in New York. However, they're not, but they wanted to show what they had. They gave it all they got, and goaltending proved to be the difference there.